Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about clutching. Now the video in the background is going to give a pretty good example of what I'm going to be talking about, and there are basically a few essential steps which everyone needs to follow. But obviously to clutch, you do need a bit of luck, so let's be honest, even if you're in an ideal clutch situation and you're unlucky, it's not your way, it's not your day, and you won't be able to clutch, because in order to clutch, the enemy needs to make a mistake. If the enemy plays perfectly well and he doesn't make a mistake, then you're not going to clutch. It's simple as that. A clutch is basically you capitalizing on an enemy's mistake. And when we talk about clutch, it can be a 1 versus 2, a 1 versus 3, etc, etc. And in order to win in these situations, you pretty much have to try and face the enemy 1 versus 1, at least, block one person away and dealing with one guy at a time. Because at the end of the day, this game is pretty much a DPM based. If you have two tanks shooting at the same time against you, you pretty much have zero chance. So you pretty much have to isolate one enemy from the other and deal with one at a time. Also, positioning is quite important. You need to get a good position where you are not confronted with multiple enemies at the same time. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. And lastly, I just want to bring up HP. You really need to save up your HP and learn to not lose everything in the first couple of minutes of the game, because you will really need that HP at the end of the game. Now for this game, this is going to be my position. I'm pretty much allowed to fight enemies one at a time here. As you can see, I did get lucky. The waffle wasn't able to penetrate me. This is what I'm talking about. But now, as you can see, it's a 2 versus 4. It was a 2 versus 5 a second ago. However, it's going to become a 1 versus 4. As you can see here, a lot of the enemies are one-shots, and it's my job to kind of take each enemy out one by one. As you can see here, I'm making mistakes, but the enemy will also make mistakes. As you can see, I'm trying to isolate the enemy, not over peak, so that I expose myself to multiple enemies at the same time. It was a 1 versus 4, now it's a 1 versus 2. However, don't forget that the 50B is a drum tank, and the Death Star obviously has, a big punch to it. So here I'm waiting to take out the main enemy, which is the 50B. I don't want to spend all my bullets on the FV and then worry about the 50B kind of smacking me really hard. Instead, I'm trying to take out the guy with more DPM and then focus on the Death Star. Of course, again, I got super lucky with the fact that the Death Star kind of missed his shot, but again, I capitalized on his mistake. So that's what a clutch is. Again, another super important rule is take out the tank that is more mobile, which was the 50B in this case, and the tank with more DPM, which was again the 50B in this case. If there was a T62, you try and focus him more, because again, he's going to deal a lot more damage to you compared to a tank that has a very small DPM. So always try and go for the faster tank and the tank with better DPM. Of course, if there's a one-shot, you need to take out the one-shots as well. Don't try and shoot tanks that are full HP. Go for the one-shots to decrease the enemy's DPM and then pretty much smack the rest of the guys up. So as you can see, I won an easy clutch. It was a 1 versus 4, and that's that. Tell me guys if you found this video helpful, and with that, I'll see you guys next time. Happy is out. Bye-bye.